evening, team. Can anyone confirm me that you are able to hear my voice properly? Can anyone give me thumbs up? Yep. Thank you. Thank you for joining the session. We are going to start the session within 2 or 3 minutes. Let's wait some more minutes to join everyone. Good evening, guys. Let's start the session. Can anyone
Hello.
confirm me that?
Good evening, sir.
Yes.
Just 2 minutes, sir. Two more person will join.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. We can start.
Thank you, Pankaj.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening, guys. Welcome to the session. Can anyone confirm me that you are able to see my screen? Just give me
Yes,
thumbs
sir.
up. Okay, cool,
Yes,
cool, cool.
Mr.
Okay, so I want the session to be interactive. So whenever you are having questions in your mind and if you have any suggestions, please unmute yourself. You can ask your questions. And if you could not able to unmute yourself, you can put your questions in the chat box also. Both are fine. Okay, before starting our session, let's give an introduction about Beta. So we have started our firm at the year of 2021 in the name of HK Creative Solutions, and later we named as Beta, which means BIM Education Training Academy. So far now, we trained 500 plus professionals in this domain, like BIM domain. We give training for Revit, Dynamo, Revit API with Python, Revit plugin creation, Civil 3D plugin creations, Civil 3D Dynamo, Navisworks plugin creations, AutoCAD plugin creations, and um, Power Automate. So these are the stuffs which we are generally do. And quick introduction about myself. So my name is Kaushik, and I'm working as a CAD developer, which means CAD customization engineer. So initially, I started my career as a mechanical BIM modeler. So especially, I was supposed to working for plumbing services like water supply, drainage, firefighting, and HVAC piping. And 3 years I worked as a BIM modeler, and later I learned Dynamo, and I started with Revit API with Python, and then I became a Revit plugin developer. Now I working for different CAD customizations, and also I work for web-based platform like Autodesk Platform Services. This is a quick introduction about myself. Even currently, I'm working as a developer. I came from a mechanical background, and I worked as a mechanical BIM modeler in Revit. So, whatever topics which we are going to discuss now, and what are the examples which I am going to cover now, it's not depending upon any programming language. So I will give every examples in terms of Revit only. So you no need to worry like it might be with respect to programming or not. Okay. Going forward, okay, this is the agenda today. So first we are going to discuss about a power of Dynamo, and from the Dynamo, what are the things we can able to do, and if I want to learn Dynamo, where I have to start, and what are the characteristics of Dynamo, and from our course, what are the things you are supposed to learn, and our course modules, and finally we are going to discuss about what a class clarification time, like you can ask your doubts whatever in your mind. Okay, so as I mentioned before, I want the session to be very interactive. Okay, so whenever I raise questions, please do answer either in chat box or else unmute yourself and please give your answers. First question, which we are going to cover, like why we need plugins in Revit. So I believe that everyone here working in Revit, as I know, anyone is from a different domain like Civil 3D or AutoCAD? No, right? Everyone is from BIM. Sorry, Revit. Okay. The first question, why we need plugins in Revit? Can anyone answer? What is the purpose of plugins in Revit? What plugins actually doing? Let me take an example. Here I do have a Revit project. If I go to D routes, here we do have different tools. What are the purpose of these tools? For example, we take a example for Pro Sheets, right? What is the purpose of Pro Sheet in Revit? By using D-Roots Pro Sheet, I can able to export sheets with a customized name. That is one of the advantage. Okay. So do we able to do the same thing from a default Revit? Yes or no? In default Revit, do we able to export sheets into PDF or not? Yes or no? Can I get yes? I'm expecting thumbs up from you guys. Okay, okay. Thank you. By default Revit also, what I can able to, I can able to export sheets into PDF. Then why we are using D-Roots? From D-Roots, I can able to export multiple sheets with the customized name. I can able to set the parameter name, sheet name and sheet number. So this sheet number and sheet number, I can keep it as a file name. So if we doesn't have D-Roots, what we have to do, once we export, we have to manually rename all the PDFs which we exported, right? So it will ultimately take so much time. So what actually D-Roots is doing? It D-Roots adding functionality to our Revit software. Yes or no, guys? So generally plugins means what? Adding functionality to the existing software. It may be any software. It may be AutoCAD, it may be Navisworks, it may be Plan 3D, Civil 3D, Excel, Word document, presentation. It may be any document. What is meant by plugin? Adding functionality to the existing software. Okay. Now, second question: do we able to create this functionality? Do we able to create this functionality to the Revit? Yes, of course we can able to do. If you want to create a plugin, these are the necessary items you have to understand. First, you have to understand what framework the software was developed. Sometimes your software is developed from .NET or else Java or else Python. So like that, you have to understand which platform the software is made and what programming language they are used and what is the API documentation. So only if you know all about the things, then only you can able to create a functionality to the existing software, which is Revit. But from Dynamo, still you can able to add functionality to Revit, even without knowing any of these additional items. Like you no need to learn framework, you no need to learn programming language, you no need to understand Revit API documentation. Without knowing all these things, still you can able to create functionality in Dynamo. Whatever plugins which we are having in D roots, the same thing you can able to achieve by using Dynamo. Clear, guys? Can I get this? Now you understand what is between plugin and what is the difference between the plugin and Dynamo. Clear? Very good. Going forward. So this is one of the myth I want to break. So whenever I ask telling about people like you have to, if you are working in Dynamo, if you are working in Revit, you have to learn Dynamo. Then people said, I'm not an architect, then why I have to learn Dynamo? So this is one of the myth between uh, our BIM professionals. Okay, like Revit is not only Revit is not a software only for architects, as I know. So architect also can able to utilize the software. Structural peoples can able to use our software. Electrical, mechanical, everyone can able to use Revit software, right? Like the way Dynamo also a common stream where electrical, mechanical, structural, everyone can able to use. Clear? So far, anyone have any doubts? Shall we go to the next topic? That's it. That's it. This is the kind of enthusiasm I'm requiring from you guys. Okay. Now I understood. From Dynamo, I can able to create my own functionality in Revit. Right? Now, if I know Dynamo, where I can utilize into my project. If you talk about construction stages, you may take any project. It may be residential building, it may be a commercial building, it may be stadium, it may be bridges, it may be any kind of projects. But these are the stages we should have, right? First, we have to design the design by using some calculations, and after that, once you made the design, we have to model that, and we have to coordinate with the other services, and we have to do value engineering. Value engineering mean what? What are the design calculation we made, or we do the modeling as per the calculation, or all the elements are the correct level, correct elevation, correct material. So that is called value engineering. After that, we have to do sheet creation to execute them and final annotation, and after that, we have to do export. So these are the stages we are supposed to do in construction. As I know. Now, this is my question. In this construction stages, where I can able to utilize my Dynamo. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, stage 5, stage 6 or 7. Which stage I can able to utilize Dynamo? Now you have to answer. I'm opening chat box also. Okay. Can anyone give answers? Which stage I can able to? All stages. Okay. All 2, 5. Okay. Now, this is a question. This is the answer. I can able to utilize Dynamo on each and every stages of construction. Design also I can able to utilize. Modeling also I can able to utilize. Coordination also I can able to utilize. To explain this, I'm going to give a real-time example. Okay, I'm just to open a Dynamo file. So I'm just minimize. Suppose another Revit file, so it won't confuse us. Okay, this is my Dynamo. This is my Revit file. Here, what we are having a Revit, just lines, and after we are having some blocks. Okay, so generally we do have this information from AutoCAD file. In upcoming classes, I will show you example how you can able to bring those information from AutoCAD file, and based upon that information, how you can able to do. Okay, generally what we do during model, so we do have a design files. We have to import this design files to our floor plan, and in the floor plan, based upon that routing preferences, we have to create Revit elements. It may be duct, it may be cable tray, it may be conduit, it may be wall, it may be pipe, anything. But based upon design routing preferences, we have to create elements, right? Is that no? So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create the same Revit elements by using Dynamo. So this is my entire floor plan. I'm just select the entire element, and I'm going to create Revit elements. So I'm just preview, unfreeze that one. I'm going to run the button. So run started and completed. If I minimize, see wall was created. I'm going to 3D view to show. Now wall was created. How much time it required to complete my entire floor plan? Just 2 seconds. Now here is another example. I have to place families on this references. Again, so this references, these examples I am currently I'm having in Revit itself, but in upcoming classes I will explain you how you can able to take those information from AutoCAD file, and from the AutoCAD file how you can able to place families. So for example, in this above circles I have to place family. If we take electrical as an example, in electrical we have to place so many electrical devices like lighting fixtures, lighting devices, lighting panels, switches, like that. So many families we have to place. Consider in one floor plan we have to place 1,500 families. Now, how much time it will take for 15-story buildings or 16-story buildings? And it is not a typical. See, if you see here, it is not equally distributed. 4,000, 5,000, 5,000, and then 11,000. If you see here, 4,752, 10,000, 3,000, which means these families are not equally distributed, which means we could not able to use array command. What we need to do, we need to place all the families manually. So how much time it will take if you're doing all the placing all families manually? So I'm going to show the example. I'm going to change. I'm just going to select just all the circles, and I'm going to and then select one and freeze. I'm selecting and freeze. I'm going to run the button, run started and completed, minimize. See, family was placed. If I go to 3D view, whatever family I selected, I have placed the family. How much time it will take? Just less than 2 seconds. Now, here I want to do class detection between two categories, which means wherever duct and walls are intersecting, I want to collect those elements. See, this is my 3D view. I'm running the script. Run was started, run was completed. If I minimize, wherever duct and pipes, duct and walls are intersecting, I'm able to detect those elements. Also in Dynamo, I can able to collect those elements. So from this, I can able to export into Excel file. So you no need to go to navies for each and every element. So generally we need to search the element ID, right? So here itself we can able to collect. Now another example. I want to create 100 sheets. So here I do have only this many sheets. What I'm going to do, I'm going to create 10 sheets. Just selecting unfreeze, run, run was started, run was completed. I'm minimizing. See, 10 sheets created. But in this example, I just created a sheet. But in upcoming classes, I will show you how to create sheet and how to put your view onto sheets. These are the examples we are going in. We are going to discuss on upcoming classes. Now you understand, right? Dynamo, I can able to use on each and every stages of construction. Can I get this? Is that clear? Very good. Shall we go to the next topic? Very good, guys. Now I have understood. Like what I understood. If I'm working in Revit, I should know Dynamo. It's not an additional skill. It's not a additional requirement. It's a very mandatory thing. You have to utilize Dynamo. Clear? Next question. Now I understood I have to utilize Dynamo, but where I have to start, where I have to understand my Dynamo. First, you have to understand what is made by node. What is made by node? I'm coming back to Dynamo. So here, from this wall dot by curve node, I created a wall. And from this family instead dot by point, I placed my families. From this node, I had a class detection. From this node, I created a sheet, which mean from the node, I can able to do some operations. In Dynamo, we have n number of nodes. Each node will do some operation in Revit. Here I do have add node. What is the purpose of this node? To add two numbers. It is expecting it having two inputs. I'm connecting 10 and connecting 10. What is the value of 10 plus 10? Answers in the chat box, because it seems I'm only speaking. Even you can unmute yourself and give your answers, or else give answers in the chat box. But please do some give me some responses. What is 10 plus 10? 20. Very good. Okay. So what is the purpose of this node now? to add two numbers. I'm just running. I'm going to keep it as automatic. See, to add two numbers, it is giving you the value 20. Now, what is meant by a node? Whatever actionable, whatever operations, actionable items which you are supposed to do in Revit, the same thing you can able to do from Dynamo by means of node. So now second question, what are the things I can able to do in Revit? I can able to create duct, I can able to create pipe, I can able to place column, I can able to create beam, I can able to create parameters, I can able to do class reduction, I can able to create sheets, I can able to modify sheets, I can able to modify elements, I can able to create level, grids. These are the entire actionable items I can able to do in Revit. The same thing you can able to do from Dynamo also. Clear, guys? So here I do have another node. I'm trees. I'm just collecting one input and another input. Once I connected one, now I got the output as a 20. Now this node also doing the same operation. This node also doing the same operation. Then what is meant by node? What it contains? If I double click that one, now you can able to understand. It's loading. Okay. Now you understood what node contains. It contains simple programming lines, either from Python or from C#. Clear, guys? What is node? Whatever actionable items you are supposed to do from Revit, the same thing you can able to do from Dynamo by means of node. Node is nothing but to do some operation in Revit. Clear? Can I get this? It may be any actions. You can create duct, pipe, wall, create parameters, edit parameters, like that. Whatever actions you wish to perform in Revit, the same thing you can able to do in Dynamo by means of node. And what node made up of? Node is made up of just nothing but simple programming lines. Can I get this? Is that clear from so far now? Shall we go to the next topic? Very good. Now I understood what is meant by node and what node contains. Next question will be how to connect two nodes. How to connect two nodes. So this is the tip number one for this demo. Whenever you are working in Dynamo, this is the first step you have to do. What you have to do? You have to bring your Revit elements into Dynamo. Once you bring that elements, from that element you can able to do anything, like you can add parameter to that element, you can create some more element from that element, you can edit that element, you can delete that element, you can do class reduction with that element, you can do create view with that element, you can create sheet with that element. Whatever operation you wish to do, you can do. But for that, what you have to do? First, you have to bring your Revit element into Dynamo. For that particular action, I am having so many methods, and I'm letting you one of the method, which is categories on all elements of category. What actually happening here? In the categories, I have to select which category elements I have to bring. Then I have to connect all elements of category. So it brought me up all the entire duct elements which is in my project. Now I brought up into Dynamo. Now I have all the elements. Now from that element, whatever operation I wish to do, I can do. I can delete this element, edit parameter value, move, copy, rotate, anything I can able to do. Clear? Is it clear? Now, how to connect these two nodes? Let me take the snipping node. Very sorry, today I doesn't bring my notepad. Okay, so here what it is showing category. Here what it is showing category. What is the formula to connect two nodes? The formula is very simple, which is first node's output always equals to second node's input. Clear? This is the formula. What it is? First node output always equal to second node's input. This is a very simple formula. Now here, first node output, what we are getting? We are getting a category. Okay. Second node input, what we are expecting? We are expecting category. So category equal to category. Now I can able to connect these two nodes. Is that clear? Now there is a second question. What is meant by category now? What is meant by category now? Category is nothing but a data type. Sorry, data type. What is meant by data type? Data type is nothing but a simple format. We do have different types of files, right? We do have Revit files, we do have DWG files, we do have MP3 files, MP4 files, PNG files, JPG files, MP4 files, Excel files, Word file, TXT files, right? Like that, data type also a format. We do have a different types of formats. Let me explain you. These are the different types of formats which we are generally seeing in programming world. What it is? First one is integer. Okay, I'm going to Dynamo. In Dynamo, I am searching for a number node. In the number node, I can able to create integer value. Integer is nothing but a whole value. Whole value means 125, 5632, 889955, which are all whole numbers. What is meant by string? String is alphabeticals. BIM Education, Dynamo, Beta, Kaushik. So these are all the string. What is meant by double? Decimal values 0.5, 52.56, 89.55. If the value contains a decimal value, which is known as double. What is meant by Boolean? Yes or no, true or false, zeros and ones. These are called as Boolean. These are the programmatically program based, primitive database, which means we are generally used in programming. And these are the Revit based data types. Now we saw, right? Category, walls, duct, cable tray, pipes. These are all Revit based data types. Data types is nothing but a format. Here I do have a number. Right click. I'm searching for a string node. I do have a string data type. I'm searching for Boolean. I do have a Boolean. From number node, I can able to create both integer and Boolean. Now you can ask me, sir, 5652.000. This is double, right? No, we are having point 000, which is because of from the settings we are keeping 3 decimal points. That's why we are having that value. Clear? So far, so far anyone have any doubts? Shall we go to the next topic? Very good. Next topic is, I do have a node. I need to identify what is the data type coming out from that node. Why? We need to identify, right? So if you know what data type it is coming, then only we can able to connect to some other nodes, and that is the reason. So to identify what data type coming from the node, we have another node called object.type. If I connect this one, what it will showing? System.int. Okay, whenever you are seeing dot notation, you have to take the final value, which is integer. If I connect the string, it will show you system.string. Okay, again it is dot notation. You have to see the final value, which is string. If I connect the Boolean, it will show system.boolean. If I show in this particular number, it will show system.double. These are all primitive database, which means we are utilizing programmatical world. The same node I'm going to connect for category. What it is showing? Revit.element.category. So what data type it is? Whenever you are seeing this dot notation, which word you have to take? First word or last word? First word or last word? Last word. Okay, which mean Revit.element.category. So the last word is category. So the data type coming from this node is category. Now I identify what data type it was giving me. So another tip of the day, by weaving itself, you should not come to conclusion that the output data type is category and input data type is category. No, you should not come to conclude by weaving in Dynamo. Okay, in Dynamo, whatever you are seeing, which is not true, you have to cross verify that one. There is a particular procedure you have to follow to identify that. So object.type node is the one which we have to use to identify the output data type. Now, how I can able to identify input data type? Here it is showing a category, but I mentioned by viewing itself, we should not come to conclusion. It was expecting category. There is a message, there is a method, there is a procedure which we have to follow. What we need to do? This is a procedure. Make a note of it. I mean, once again, I'm telling you, make a note of it. What we have to do? We have to move our cursor to the particular input. I'm moving my input. It is giving me, it is showing me the category. So it is expecting category. So output also category, input also category. So that I connected. Now, instead of category, if I connected number, will it accept or not? Yes or no? Answers in the chat box. Will it accept or not? No. I'm connected. Once I connect it throws some error. What error it is showing? We don't know. What we have to, we need to check. How to check? We have to hover the cursor to that particular error. Now it was telling me element queries dot off category, which is nothing but the name of the node. Okay. Expect, it was expecting Revit dot element dot category. Either you have to connect Revit dot element dot category, or else you have to connect Revit dot element dot view dot view. You have to connect either category or view. But instead of category and view, you was called with integer. If I connect the string, the same error will come. Instead of category and view, you connected a string. If I connect the boolean, what it will show? The same error, right? Instead of category and view, you connected boolean. Now, what is meant by data type? Data type is nothing of format. Imagine I do have a PNG file, which means image. I have a VLC media player. Do I able to open a PNG file from VLC media player? Will it accept? No, right? It will simply show unsupported format. The same error we are having here. Clear, guys? Now you understood what is meant by data type and how to connect two nodes. Is that clear? So far, anyone have any doubts? Shall we go to the next topic? Very good. Next, you have to understand types of node. In Dynamo, we do have three types of work. Three types of node, which is create node, action node, and query node. What is meant by creation, action, and query? In Revit, if you take whatever work you are supposed to do, you may do modeling, you may do class reduction, you may do any work. Okay, it will come under three types, which is creation, action, and query. What is meant by creation? If you are creating a new sheet, if you are creating a new duct, if you are creating a new pipe, if you are creating new parameter, which will all come under creation work. What is meant by action? You are not creating anything. I'm just select this duct. I'm changing into some different direction. Now what I did some action on the existing element, which is action. I've selected this duct. Instead of a 55 value, I make it as a 56. Now what I did some modification, which means I doesn't create anything new. I just modify the existing element, which is known as action. The final property, which is query. Query means what? I'm not going to create anything. I'm not going to modify anything. I'm just to select the element. I'm checking the value, what it contains. What is the mark value? What is the horizontal justification value? What is the reference level? What is the middle elevation? What is the width? What is the height? Like that, I'm just checking the information, which is known as query. Clear? Can I get this? Now we are going to see how to do create action query from Dynamo. As we know, these are the only actionable operations which we can able to do from Revit. The same thing we can able to do from Dynamo. Clear? How to do query? First, we will going to discuss about how to do query from Dynamo. What is meant by query? I'm not going to create anything. I'm not going to modify anything. I'm just going to collect information of the element. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do, I want to collect the information of this particular element. Now you guys have to tell me what I have to do. What is the first rule in Dynamo? What I mentioned. If you are working in Dynamo, what is the first step you have to do? You have to bring your Revit elements into Dynamo. For that, we discuss about this method, categories and all elements of category. If you do this method, what will happen? I'm collecting entire duct elements which is in my project, but I don't want to bring all the elements. Why? Because I'm going to perform some operation on this single element. For this purpose, I do have another node which is select model element. Clear, guys? There is some other methods to bring your Revit elements into Dynamo. We will going to discuss in upcoming classes. I just select, minimize, I just select one single element. Now what I done, I brought up that element into Dynamo. Okay. Now I'm going to do query. Query means what? I'm going to collect that element information. How to search your node? Now I got the element. Now from that element, I'm going to do some operation, which is I'm going to query. For that, how to search my node? Based upon what type of work you are supposed to do, with respect to that, you have to search your node. If you are going to create something in Revit, a node, there is a node searching algorithm, there is a node searching method you have to follow. If you are going to action in Revit, there is a different node searching algorithm, node searching method you have to follow. If you are going to query, then there is again another node searching method, node searching algorithm you have to follow. Today class we are going to do query. How to do query? Query formula is very simple. What you have dot what you want. What you have dot what you want. Again I'm telling some formula is very simple. What you have dot what you want. Okay. Here I do have an apple and I want to know a weight of the apple. So what is the formula? What do you have? What I'm having here, I'm having apple here. What I need to know weight. So what you have dot what you want. I'm having apple and I want apple's weight. So apple dot weight. Clear? Is that clear? Is that dot notation is that clear? Very good, guys. Very good. If I want to know size of the apple dot size. If I want to color of the apple dot color. If I want to place of origin, apple dot place of origin. Right? Now instead of apple, I do have scooter. How to identify scooter color? Scooter dot color. If I want to price of the scooter dot price. If I want to brand name of the scooter dot brand name. Same way, instead of apple and scooter, now I do have a element, Revit element. If I want element name, I'm having element. I want to know name of the element. Then it element dot name. Very good. If I want element parameters, element dot parameters. If I want element ID, element dot ID. So I'm going to do the same thing in Dynamo. I do have an element. What I'm going to do, I'm having element. I want to know name of the element. So element dot name. I'm searching with the same strategy. I able to collect that node. I'm able to view the node. See, now I took the node. This node having one input. I have to connect something, right? How to connect two nodes? What is the node searching? What is the formula? First node's output equals to second node's input. How to identify first node's output? We have to use object dot type node. I'm connecting here. It is showing Revit dot element dot unknown element, which means you are having element. I'm having element. What it was expecting? How I supposed to know? What is the formula? What is the steps I have to follow? I have to move my cursor. This is what we discussed, right? I am moving my cursor. Now it is showing what it is showing Revit dot elements dot element. So element equal to element. Now I can able to connect. If I connect, I'm getting the output, which is name. Now I connect the element name. Now I want element ID now. How to do? Instead of element name, I need element ID. Very simple, same formula. I'm having element and I need ID. Element dot ID. For parameters, yes, same formula. Element dot parameters. I'm connecting element ID. I got the element ID. How I connected this to? Here I'm having element. Here it was expecting element. If I move my cursor, it's showing element. So element equal to element. So I can able to connect. I need parameters now. Element dot parameters. Character one. It was expecting element. Here I do have element equal to element. So I can connect these two nodes. I got the element parameters. I got all the element parameters which is associated to that particular element. Now I need a element location. Now what I have to do? I want elements location. I am having element. I want element location. What is the formula? Element dot location, right? If I do, yes, very good. Answer is right. 100% right. From our discussion, if I do element dot location, it should give me node element dot location. But here I don't have element dot location node, which means in this particular scenario, my dot rotation strategy was failed. So what we have to do? We have to go for a second strategy. For node searching itself, we do have 7 methods to search a node. If first method was working fine, well and good, take the node, connect the inputs, done your work, do your work. Okay. If first strategy was failed, what you have to do? You have to go for the second one. If second is not working, you have to go for the third one. Third is not working, you have to go for the fourth one, fifth, sixth, seventh. What is the second method? Instead of element location, I'm giving element dot get location. Yes, I do have a node. What it was expecting element. Here I do have an element. I'm connecting element and element. Now I got the element location. We are going to if you see here element parameters, it giving me entire elements parameter value. Selecting all elements parameter, I able to connect. No, I don't want to collect entire parameters. I just want to collect only comments parameter value. So what I need to do now? You have to tell me what kind of operation it will be, whether it is creation or action or query. My motto was to select the element and want to get the comments parameter value. What kind of work it will be? Creation, action or query? From our understanding, is it creation, action or query? Okay, it will be come under query. Query means what? What you have dot what you want. I'm having element here, element dot get parameter value in name. Okay, so to get a parameter value, get parameter value in name. Now in this particular scenario, we do have two inputs. What first node expecting? We don't know. What we have to do? We have to follow the procedure. What is the procedure? We have to move our cursor to the particular input. I'm moving my cursor. What it was telling? It was expecting element. Here I do have an element. I just connected. Okay, first node, first input was completed. Next, what we have to do? We do have second input. What second input was expecting? How we supposed to know? We don't know. We have to follow the procedure. What is the procedure? We have to move our cursor to the particular input. What it was telling? Now it is giving me the detailed description. The name of the parameter whose value you want to obtain. Which parameter value you want to obtain, you have to give that name. And what data type it is expecting a string data type. So we have to connect only string data type. Okay, so right click. Now I took string node. Why? Why? Because from this node only I can able to create string output. Why? Because this input was expecting string data type. Okay, so here what I have to connect? I have to connect the parameter name whose value you want to obtain. I'm giving commands. If I connect, now I'm able to get the parameter value. Clear, guys? So far, anyone have any doubts? Clear, right?
I, I have a doubt. Why we are using here element dot get location? Why we are not used element dot location like this same element dot get parameter value by name?
Yes, that's what I'm telling. So to search a node, we do have 7 methods. First method is direct dot notation, element dot name, element dot location, element dot parameters. If the first for get location, when I give element dot location, I could not able to get the exact node, which means first method was failed. So I'm going for second method. So in the second method also, if I could not able to get the node, I have to go for the third method. If third method also not working me, I have to go for the fourth method. For node searching, we do have 7 strategies which you have to follow. See, in Dynamo, we don't have any direct methods. If somebody directly connecting inputs means 2 reasons. One, they might already use the script. Second one, they are by getting the memorizing the script, which is not going to work for you. Clear?
Okay, thank you.
So for Dynamo, you have to do testing, do iteration, and you have to get the value. Okay. Is that clear? Shall we go to the next topic? So far, we completed how to do query in Revit, which means I'm not going to do any creation. I'm not going to do any actions. Just we collect the element information. Is that clear? Now, what we are going to do? We are going to do some more, which is I'm going to do some action in Revit. To do some action in Revit, what is the node searching formula? For query, I mentioned what you have dot what you want. Yes or no? Now, I want to change this element parameter value, which is I want to change the width into 500 or reference level instead of level 1, I have to change it into level 2, or else from the mark value instead of 56, I have to say change it into 57. For commands value, instead of BIM Education, I have to change it to beta. So now what I'm doing some action on the existing element. I will do modification on the existing element, which is coming under action. So how to do action in Dynamo? First, whatever work you are supposed to do, create action query. First step, what you have to do? We have to bring our Revit elements into Dynamo, right? For the now my situation is like that. Like for this particular element, I want to change BIM education value. Instead of BIM education, I have to keep beta. Okay, this is the my motto here. What is how I have to proceed now? First step, what we discuss, we have to bring that element into Dynamo. Which method we can go? Categories or all elements of category, all elements of category method we need to go, or else select model element. Here my requirement wise, I have to interact with only single element. So I have to go for select model element. I took the node, select, minimize, just select that element. Now I got the element. What is the second step? I have to identify what I'm going to do from that element, whether I'm going to do creation, action, query. So working in Dynamo is very simple. Just a 3 step you have to follow. What is bring that element, identify what type of work you are supposed to do, search nodes based upon that type, get the node, connect the inputs. Simple. Whatever task you are supposed to, it may be 50 nodes task, 100 nodes task. This is a simple strategy you have to follow. Clear? What is the formula for action? I'm going to let you know on upcoming classes. Here I'm directly taking the node, which is set parameter value by name. Why I took this node, how it will come, those scenarios we are going to discuss on live classes. Okay. Now, how many inputs this particular node have? 3 inputs. What is the first node expecting? How we are supposed to know? We don't know. We have to follow the procedure. What is the procedure? We have to move our cursor to the particular input. I'm moving my cursor. What the first input was telling me? It was expecting element. Where do I have element? Here I do have an element. So element equal to element. So I can connect these 2 inputs. Okay. First input was completed. What the second input expecting? How I supposed to know? We don't know. What we need to do? We need to move our cursor to the particular input. Now I move the input. What data type it was expecting? It was expecting string node. I do have a string node. From that, I can able to create string data type. In the string data type, what I have to do? I have to give the name of the parameter. I want to set for comments. So I'm making a comments. Okay. Second input was completed. Now we need to connect for a third input, which is value. What it was expecting, how it we are supposed to know. Simple, we have to stick with the procedure. What is the procedure? I have to move my cursor to the particular input. I moved what it was showing, BAR. Now you can ask me question, what is midway BR? You mentioned primitive data types, which is string, integer, boolean, double. You mentioned Revit based data types, which is element, category, walls. But what is midway VR? VR means nothing but object, which means it can be any data type. Okay, you understand what is midway string, integer, double, boolean, right? What is midway string? From the string node, I can able to create alphabets. Yes or no? From the number node, I can able to create both integer and double. Okay. To check whether you understand properly this data type, I'm going to give you one simple test. I'm going to tell the parameter name. Based upon the value, you have to tell whether which is a string data type or double data type or integer data type or boolean data type. Okay. Horizontal justification. This is the parameter name. What is the parameter value? Center. So based upon the center parameter value, you have to mention which data type it is. Center. What's the data type? Which is string or integer or boolean or double? What is the data type here? CENTER, which is string or integer or boolean or double. Yes, Soma.
Stranger.
String. Yes, very good. Why? Because it contains alphabets. Very simple. Horizontal justification, which is string or integer. Yes, Soma. Same answer. String. Why? Because again it contains alphabets. System type, supplier, which is string. Now, what is the data type of reference level?
Same.
String. Why string? Why? Because it contains both alphabets and number. Then how come it will be string? And what data type? In the string node, I'm creating alphabets. It won't give you any complaint. In the number node, I'm making some numbers. It won't give you any complaint. In the string node, I'm making numbers. It won't give me any error. In the number node, I'm making alphabets. It is giving me error. In the same string node, I'm making string and numbers. It won't give me any error. In the number node, I'm giving string and alphabet and number. It is giving me a number. Now, if the value contains both string and number, sorry, alphabets and number, which mean which data type it is. Now tell me reference level is which data type? It contains both alphabets and number. Yes, string.
String.
Absolutely. String. Very good. Very good answer. Very good answer. What is for comments?
String.
String. Very good. Now, based upon which parameter you are going to set, you have to take that parameter. If I'm going to go for comments based upon the value, comments is having string data type, right? Comment is having string data type value, is or no? So that I have to connect comments. I mean string data type. Instead of BIM education, I'm making beta. If I connect, it will accept. Minimize. Instead of BIM education, the value was changed into beta. Now, what is the value of width? Which is 400. Making width. Okay. What is the value of width? What data type it is? It is integer. Integer or double. Okay. For integer double, I have to use number node. I'm making 500. If I connect, now the value was changed into 500. Middle elevation, what is the value? 3079.0. It's a number, which means double. Why? Because middle elevation, I can able to keep 3079.5 also I can able to keep. Okay, so instead of width, I'm making middle elevation. I should remove that one. If I connect this one with the value, see the value was updated to 500. Clear? Now instead of middle elevation, I want to change the value for mark. Now the value was 56 and I want to change it into 57. So I make it as mark and number. Instead of 56, I'm giving 57. I'm connecting the value. It is giving me error. For what error? If I move, the parameter storage type is not a number, but here we are clearly viewing it. 56 is a number, right? Which means if I connect in the number format, it should accept. Why it is not accepting? That is the trick, guys. By viewing itself, you should not come to conclusion this is number. There is a procedure, there is a method you have to follow to identify what data type it is. In the same value I'm giving in terms of string. If you give 57, now it was accepting the value. Okay. Horizontal justification, what it is showing? Center. Instead of center, I have to keep left, right? I'm moving in the string value, I make it as horizontal justification. In the same string node, I make it as, instead of center, I'm keeping left. If I connect, again, there is an error. What's the error? The parameter storage type is not a string. How come it possible? CENTER, which is alphabet. It should be string, right? But it is clearly telling it is not a string. What I'm going to do, instead of string, I'm going to make the value as 1 or 0. I think 0. Contain 0. Before connecting, I'm showing you which is center. If I connect 0, minimize. Okay, I think center 0 is the center value. I'm connecting 1. If I minimize, it was changed into left. But how come it possible? We have to connect the string values, right? I'm giving some random value which is 1. Now it was changed into left. That's the tricky part here, which means you have to understand, you have to follow the procedure, how you can able to tackle this. There is a method, there is a procedure to identify what parameter storage type it is. Clear, guys? we done, and this is the concept. We are not only teaching you Dynamo, here we are teaching you Dynamo characteristics and nature, so that you can able to utilize this concept in any of your project or any of your scenario, any of your environment. Clear? Also, we are going to teach you geometries. Okay, so we are going to teach you linear algebra, what is meant by point, what is meant by vector, how to identify a vector between 2 points. The formula is x2 minus x1, comma y2 minus y1, comma z2 minus z1. How to identify distance between 2 points? The formula is root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square plus z2 minus z1 the whole square. How to normalize a vector? There is another formula. AB vector divided by normalize of cap of AB vector. So these are the concept you're supposed to study in school days or college days, right? But you don't know where it was utilizing, how it was working. But in our class, we are going to discuss this. I mean, by visually viewing it, how these concepts are working. Clear, guys? And that's it from my side. If I'm open for questions, if anyone have any doubts, please do ask. Query, what is the future scope of Dynamo programmer? Thank you so much, guys. See, as I mentioned, if you are working in Revit, you should know Dynamo. It's not like a very advanced skill. Only BIM coordinators or BIM managers or BIM owners should only know. No, not at all. Everyone should know Dynamo. And second question, if I know Dynamo, will I going to become a automation engineer? Completely wrong. There is some myth going around in this BIM professional world. If you know only Dynamo, you could not able to become an automation engineer. Why? Because automation is something more. You have to know Python, you have to know C Sharp. If you know, C Sharp, Revit plugin creation, everything, then only you can become a automation engineer. And if you become automation engineer, the salary also very high. Like one of my junior is getting 15 LPA in India itself, and he's do having just 4 years of experience. Clear, guys? Any more questions? Any more thoughts? And we are going to start a new patch from Monday onwards. This is the year-end patch, so generally from next year onwards, we are going to increase the price, so you won't get this price in next year. So please utilize this final patch in this year. Anyone have any questions? If in terms of technical, you can ask me. For registration, please do contact the number which we mentioned in the chat box. Please do WhatsApp us. Thank you so much, guys. Like it's more than my efforts. You people are there and hear my words from starting to end with the same energy.
Sorry, I have one doubt and query.
Yes.
Actually, yeah, uh, I'm a actually structural engineer, so we can create reinforcement using Dynamo script.
Our existing students is there. Yes,
Mhm.
Pankaj. He already
And
Yes, Soma, yes, we can create.
we can also three-dimensional element like XYZ value have any element, then using by Dynamo script we can create model for
we can
3D
yes
dimensional.
we can able to create models. See, whatever elements you are supposed to create it in Revit, we do have two kinds of modeling. One is point based and line based.
Language.
Placing family, everything will be as a point. So to create a point based family, you just need a point. So if you give the three-dimensional points, you can able to create. If
Okay.
you want to create a line based element, again, if you have three-dimensional information, you can able to create. It may be pipe, wall, duct, any element. If you have those information, you can able to create.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, any more
Like
questions?
Soma, like in the structure, we create a column like by point we can create a columns, and framing by line we can create framing. We can convert those line into the 3D geometry in Dynamo.
Okay.
In a structure term. Most of the students are from the structure background in this meeting. That's why.
That's complete. Like in our class, we are not going to discuss about any technical terms with respect to streams like electrical
Yeah,
knowledge, mechanical knowledge, structural
correct.
knowledge. No, here we are going to discuss only Dynamo. Okay, so with that concept, you can
Yes.
able to utilize those into any streams.
Okay.
Yep. Any more questions? If no one have any questions, we are.
Second,
Yes, Jacob.
can I please tell me about the basics course?
Please do contact. So you're asking about the course structure, right? It's
Yes,
generally it will be 25 days course,
okay.
like Monday to Thursday, 4 days course starting from Monday. If we are having any emergency situation, like we could not able to take class on Monday to Thursday, which we going to compensate from either Saturday or Sunday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, in any of those days.
How
So
many hours per day?
25 hours, 25 hours.
Okay. And then fee structure, fee, how much of
Please
fee?
do contact from admin team. I'm the trainer here. So in the chat box, they mentioned the number, right? So 82, please do contact them. They will assist you how
Can I
you.
contact with WhatsApp also?
Yes, that number is in WhatsApp only.
Okay. You are a tutor at structure?
Sorry.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Jacob.
You are the tutor only, or you are
I'm the
the
tutor.
administrator?
I'm the tutor for
Okay.
admin. Please do WhatsApp them. Yep.
Okay. How many years of experience in Dynamo and else, sir?
You are asking me, or else you are telling.
Your experience, sir.
I'm having 7+ years of experience in BIM automation.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Yep. Anyone have any more questions? Thank you, guys. That's all from my side. We will meet again on some other day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.